Oh, what's this? So today, the rant is about the rats and chads. Thank you, General Sam, for turning the entire EFT community against each other and hating each other just because of how they fucking play the game.
And that's my kink. I love to be hated.
I love General Sam. I think his content is some of the best on the platform, but god damn it, that meme is something that went way too fucking far, and the community decided to identify that as themselves in order to validate themselves to one another. And it's become something among the EFT culture that I honestly think is pretty comparative to like the United States political like climate right now with like the left versus the right and shit. And it's just like people basically like, you're playing the game wrong. No, you're playing the game wrong. No, you need to stop playing this way. Why are you running the best gear? Why are you sitting in a bush? I hate you. Both parties are just trying to convince each other and themselves to validate themselves in order to say like, but it's okay if I play the game this way. You're playing the game wrong. You know what I mean? And they just want to validate themselves. And that's what it really comes down to. And at the end of the day, the way you play the game doesn't fucking matter. If there's anything wrong with the game and how it's played, it is the game's fault, not the players for exploiting bugs, exploiting unfinished parts of the game, or abusing certain loot routes and like bum rushing, you know, fucking loot spawns and stuff and shoving fucking graphic cards and bitcoins up their asshole and shit. Like, it's the game's fault. It's not the players. The game allows them to play that way. They're not using cheats. They're not using third-party programs. They may utilize, like, you know, chads may utilize certain glitches like the ADS bug. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically VM Chad. I'm so good at the game. Clear the corner. And you get the rats like, oh, what's this? Ah! Being a chat is kind of tiring. So I really wish the EFT community would stop just putting themselves against each other for absolutely no reason. Just because you're the kind of player who's like, wow, all these players are pussies. All they do is sit around and hold angles. Why aren't they just running at me and throwing 20 grenades? This is stupid. What a pussy. He's not even playing the game right. Or, oh my God, this guy just won't stop running around. He's throwing 100 grenades at me. I'm not just sitting here afraid, and I just want to get out with the Bitcoin I found because I'm poor. God damn it, these fucking guys just run towards every gunshot in the map, and all they care about is boosting their fucking stats. Both parties are stupid. Both parties need to get the fuck over themselves. And it's getting out of control. And frankly, I kind of put a part of the blame, and I don't want to put blame on these people, but the people who try and turn COD, look at me, calling fucking Tarkov Call of Duty. They're trying to turn Tarkov into a fucking competitive game. They're trying to be like, look at me, I'm an EFT professional MLG Tarkov player. It's these guys who are trying to embody and make a competition out of things that really don't need to be a fucking competition at the end of the day. Granted, we're gonna do rivals today. It is a competition. But it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be just like a nice, like lighthearted, fun competition. It's not supposed to be some sweaty, fucking like mega comp tournament. Like there's so much RNG. Like what's competitive about, hey, found 10 hot rods, RNGs on my side today, baby. I'm better than you. Like, no, fuck you. Like that's not competitive in the slightest. Wait for arena mode. That's when the game can potentially have like esports and actual competitive balance. Like that's when that should happen. But EFT in the current testing loop of the game that we have, because this is not a gameplay loop, the way that we progress through the wipe, the way we level our characters and shit, this is not a gameplay loop. It is a testing phase, and people don't fucking get that for whatever reason. And it just gets way too out of control. And the community, like the rats and the chads, they just constantly bicker at each other and bitch at BSG to change it just so that they can make the game the way that they want it to be. They want BSG to make the game that they want to play. When in reality, everybody should probably just shut the fuck up and let BSG make the game that they want to make, that they want to play, because this is their project that they fucking started. So shut the fuck up. Let them make the fucking game. Let the game develop and progress. Let them make the changes that BSG wants to make, because this is their fucking game. It's not mine. It's not Pastilli's. It's not Landmarks. It's not Ghost Freaks, it's not Warrants. It's Battle State's project, their passion project. Every day now, for the past year and a half, they've been going to the range, training, shooting real guns, moving and shooting, getting sweaty, getting dirty, actually in the field to, one, practice their hobbies because they love shooting, but to also use that research in the field to translate over to Tarkov to make it a more immersive, authentic shooter. And that will include things getting harder, things becoming slower, making the game more about, yes, holding angles, using flashbangs and flashlights to clear corners, instead of stop fighting each other. Let each other just enjoy the game for the way it is right now. And if it changes, don't be like, oh man, I'm a rat, they ruined this game for me. Oh, I'm a Chad, they ruined this game for me. Fuck you. Like, let Battle State make the game that they want to make. This is their project, their baby. And I was talking to Nikita and I asked him, I was like, hey man, like, I know you've been in the field training with your guys a lot. And I'm curious, like, how has that translate into how you want to make the game now? And he goes, to be honest, man, if we were training this much, when we started making EFT, most of the mechanics and features in Tarkov would not be the way they are. And he's like, I kind of regret it. He's like, I kind of wish we were out doing this stuff because it's really made us realize like how flawed a lot of areas of our game are, how unrealistic and unimmersive they are. That's his words. That's what he told me. And I go, cool, man. Like, at least you're doing it now and not ever doing it at all, right? And so please, guys, like, don't fight each other based off how we play the game in a testing phase. Don't fucking bicker at each other just because you're a Chad and some guy heard you fucking stomping and he shot you in the ass or something. And you're like, oh, what a fucking camper. He's probably waiting there for 20 minutes. Like, no, like you were just holding W keys, sprinting and fucking doing your stupid stutter step bullshit. And he heard you and he's just like, all right, I'm just going to wait. Then he shot you because you decided to be loud as fuck. Or, you know, you're just trying to take your time and be slow and, you know, get some loot. Then you see some Giga Chad like fucking Goku, like fucking teleport off an angle and then he just kills you. Just let each other enjoy the game for the way it is. And when it changes, don't complain. Like, obviously, if there's certain things that are obviously broken, like, yeah, okay, complain about that, give feedback, be constructive, but don't just bitch because like, oh, they added inertia. I can't Goku jiggle peek people anymore. This is dumb. They ruined the game. Now everybody's holding angles. Urgh. What the fuck do you think people do in real warfare, man? Like, fucking hold angles. They throw flashbangs. They use flashlights to blind their opponents around a corner. Like, that's how warfare is. And guess what? Life ain't fucking fair, bitch. Like, sometimes you walk upstairs and you didn't know a guy was up there and he's holding the angle and he fucking shot your ass, bro. And sometimes, guess what? You're also that guy upstairs hearing that fucking dumbass come upstairs and you're holding the angle and you shoot him. It goes both ways. People got to stop looking at the way that BSG changes the game as like, oh, this only hurts me. No, it goes both fucking ways, man. Like, you're going to be the guy holding the angle sometimes, and sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're the dude getting held on and you get fucking shot. It goes both fucking ways. You're not always just supposed to win. It's not always supposed to work out for you because guess what? Life ain't fucking fair. Hope you guys like the rant. And again, I'm going to try and do my best to not rant during the stream while we're playing at all. And I swear to God, if you motherfuckers try and bait me to talk about some stuff, I'm gonna look at you weird. I'm gonna squint at you, make you kind of uncomfortable, and then I'll make you give me your Twitch Prime. Or Prime Gaming, I'm sorry, Twitch, please don't ban me. Ninja, I have forsaken you, I'm sorry.